I asked you guys in a recent short to send me your fan-made abilities so that I, Nikki VGC, rank them on how good they can actually be competitively. Since, I'm a competitive Pokemon player, I should know whether or not a new ability is going to be very good or alright at best. So with that being said, like and subscribe, and if you guys want to submit more ability ideas for our potential part 2, then feel free to. The way that this is going to work is pretty simple. I'm just going to rank it from, a 5-star review type of thing. 5 stars means it's broken, overpowered, like it's a cool ability, I like it, to 1 star. Don't be offended. I'll just be like, I guess it's alright, it's gimmicky. So let's dive right into it with our first ability. The ability Blazing Spirit is our first one here. Gives a +1 priority to any fire type move at full HP. Also absorbs fire type moves for more firepower. Thank you for this comment. And so this is a very interesting ability. I think this ability is kind of almost reserved for a legendary Pokemon type of thing, because I actually see how good this could actually be.
So good.
This is the combination of a Gale Wings mixed with a Flash Fire. And honestly, I see the vision. I do see the vision. I think it's a very interesting idea, and honestly, I would say it on a Pokemon like, for example, Moltres. Which Moltres does not have a good ability in general, so this would actually help Moltres out a lot to be a little more powerful. Overall, I'll rank this ability a very good 4.5 out of 5 stars. Up next, we have the ability Hades. Hurts everything near you and heals from them. How much HP are we talking here? Because if we're talking like 5 HP and it gains like 5 HP from all around, But if, like, we're talking about like a pretty significant amount of like percentage, like at least like 1/6 of your health or something like that, or 1/8. That's pretty significant if you ask me. Personally, I don't know if Pokemon would ever do it, but I think it'd be a very interesting thing to see a Ghost type Pokemon have access to this. Although if it hurts the ally Pokemon, then that's a different can of worms, but it specifies everything.
Ah, friendly fire!
Overall, I would rank this ability a solid 3 out of 5 stars. Up next, we have Foodie. When a foe or ally wants to eat a berry, the user will eat the berry. I see the vision. I really do. This is a really cool and interesting idea. A Pokemon like, I don't know, Slacking, or a Pokemon that's a lot more, food related, like, I don't know, Snorlax, can actually have this ability and just kind of like steal other person's like berry item. Which, honestly, this would probably make a lot of players not even run berries anymore, which is kind of smart, but also very interesting in general. The only thing is that if the metagame shifts itself to no longer have, berries available, due to this ability being extremely popular, then, unfortunately, that Pokemon becomes kind of useless. But again, on a Pokemon like Snorlax, it would be so crazy, because Snorlax would just take the berry and would probably already have a berry itself, gets like, belly drum, eats it. Oh, guess what? There's a berry on the other side. I guess I'll heal myself again and just like, take it just in case. So it's really, really cool. And honestly, I think this is a very interesting ability and could be used in various different ways. I think this is another 3.5 star ability. I see the usefulness and I see the major impact that this ability could potentially have on the metagame. Next ability is Bird, an ability in which if a bug type Pokemon enters the field, the user gains +3 stages on attack, but can only hit bug type Pokemon the next turn. I don't know about this ability, I'm gonna be honest. Where this gonna go? I can see like maybe Spidops have that ability. Giving a major restriction like that is, not really good, but at least they're only specifying the next turn. So you can hit a bug type the next turn. However, you can do something smart. You can protect. And then since it says next turn, you can just use that time for the next turn to protect yourself, or even set up even more if you want to, and then just sweep the team, because it's a +3 stage. Actually, you know what? The more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm realizing, Jesus Christian, that is like insanity. That's That's almost a 5-star. That's almost, I'm giving this a 4. I'm giving this a 4. Oh my goodness gracious. We got the next ability. This one's gonna be a long one. I have to read. Underdog increases damage if the foe has a higher base stat total. Increases damage by 0.5% for each base stat point difference. So, if the user, for example, is a Farfetch with 377 base stat total, and the foe has Venusaur, for example, that is 525 base stat total. 525 minus 377 equals 148. So Farfetch will have a boost of 74% against the Venusaur. Wild. Wild. Underdog could be used for a Pokemon like, I don't know, Mabostiff. But I actually see the possibility of this being extremely overpowered. It's a very situational thing, but if you give it to a Pokemon that has a very low base stat total, it can honestly ruin an entire match for the opponent completely and entirely. I'm giving this, like, in the right Pokemon's hands, it's like a 5-star. However, if it's like on a Pokemon that has like a base stat total of like 500 something, or even like almost closer to the range of 600, it's not going to be that good. It's not going to be that impressive, but for lower tier mons, it's going to be fantastic. Up next, we have Remodeling. Sets up Trick Room on Switchin. This is something I've wanted for a long time in Pokemon. Because competitively, it's been, you know, it's not always easy to set up Trick Room turn 1. It's sometimes a bit, like, impractical. Sometimes it's even shitty to just be having that, you know, having to have 2 Pokemon with Trick Room on your team. Like, you know, you would see sometimes even modern Trick Room teams in Regulation H, for example, you would have Hatterene and Indeedee in the same team just to potentially activate Trick Room. And I'm saying potentially because it's not always a guarantee. This is honestly the ability I wanted for a long time. And I don't know why Pokemon is not doing it right now, but Pokemon, take fucking notes. Overall, I rank this ability a 5-star out of 5 stars. It is what I've always wanted. Pokemon, give it to Indeedee. I don't care. And the final ability for this video, Sidestep. Where it has a 1 in 3 chances of sidestepping, or a 50-50. Or spin chance, or either a move. This same move, what? Okay, I actually don't understand the ability. I'm gonna be honest. I've got to be honest with you. Anyways, guys, that is the end of today's video. So if you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe, of course. If you want to see part 2 of this series, feel free to. And if I have missed any of the comments for the shorts while I was recording this, dearly sorry. But it might get featured next time in maybe part 2. But comment your fan-made abilities and I'll rank them out of 5 stars. Now, don't forget, drugs are bad if you get one. Make sure you're hot, little smooch, moi, and don't forget to call Soul. Better call Soul. See ya.